Oh, and my YouTube channel. I completely forgot about that. I was also manning my YouTube channel while I was doing that. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra, and I make videos on minimalism. So today's video is actually a video request from longtime subscriber Haley, so I'll put it up here on the screen. I'd like to hear about how you approach your daily routines with the goal of productivity and being in your grinding character building era. I'm struggling with creating systems that I can consistently come back to level up from a minimalist perspective. For example, I find it difficult to balance my daily language studies with hitting the gym and working out. Of course, it'd be nice to cut down with my goals in order to best follow my obligations, like work with a minimalist mindset, but I'm in a season where I need to expand my hobby focuses. I'd appreciate any clarity you could provide through your insights. What perspective has helped you through similar periods in your life? So I think that this question is great because yeah, I was a minimalist while I was in medical school and also working part-time to pay off my student loans. So I actually can totally fully resonate to this, and I did document all of it on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see Nat in that era, you can literally go watch those videos where I talk about balancing minimalism, work, and being a student. But yeah, I just have them all written down instead. So, because like I know we don't have time to go watch these old videos. So I wrapped up 9 things. That was my grinding era mentality in hopes I can help anybody else out. So yeah, today's video is called Create Daily Routines for Insane Productivity. Okay, so step number 1, massively declutter your desk and drawers. Move it to like another area, or like just don't have it on your desk. And if you're wondering, like when I was studying for med school, I always kept my desk clean. If I needed to put stuff on it while I was studying, I put it on the desk. But when I was done, I took it all off. I didn't have like little trinkets on my desk. I think literally all I had was like my laptop and a little plant, and that was it, nothing else. My desk was always pristine, always clean, and I kept the drawers clean too because I didn't want to like distract myself, because I'm easily distracted. I didn't want to distract myself with like little knickknacks and things that I could rummage and play with. None of that. My drawers were really empty. A couple pens, a calculator, whatever I needed, like bare minimum. But my phone just died. I don't remember where I was at. So yeah, long story short, yeah, keep your desk clutter free. Okay, coming in at number 2. So use a timetable if you're not really disciplined. That's something that I've always implemented. I do my best to like sketch out what my day should look like. And obviously it doesn't have to be like minute to minute, hour to hour, but like having an idea of what you should be doing at a given time will be really helpful. So if like I had a couple subjects I needed to study, I would like block them out. I'd be like, okay, like do at least this and this subject in the evening, and then do this subject in the morning. That way at least I felt like I could allocate some time to it. If it took me longer than I needed to, that's okay. If it took me like an hour or 2, that's fine. I wasn't super regimented, like, oh my god, like the hour is done, I need to move on. No, I just had an idea of what I needed to cover for the day, and that really helps a lot. Also knowing like, oh, I'm gonna work out 3 times a week, and so you schedule that in for Monday, for Wednesday, and for Friday, depending on your schedule. Like having an idea of what you should be doing will help take out a lot of the mental frameworks of like, should I work out? It's like, no, today's Tuesday, no working out, get to studying. Okay, coming in at number 3, only having 2 goals. I think that if you are a minimalist, it is definitely to your advantage to use minimalism in this era of your life. So for me, it was like, okay, I'm only going to study this subject, and I'd study that subject, or I'm going to exercise. So I always try to keep it to no more than 3 things, between 2 to 3 things. So it's like if I'm studying, working, and doing something else, then like that's it. Like I really did my best to cut the clutter out of my mind. I tried to keep everything to only 2 to 3 goals a day to make sure I was hitting those goals and not feeling overwhelmed, because like honestly, I can't speak for other people, I was never motivated by a long list. When I would see the list was really long, I was like, who wants to do that? And I would do nothing. When I felt like there's only like one thing to do today, oh yeah, you best believe I would do everything to make sure that 1 or 2 items was complete. Okay, coming in at number 4, I think it's really important to exercise and eat well during this season of your life. If you're a minimalist, I think your body is your temple. I ate really clean to the point where maybe it was a little bit eating disordered. I ate so clean throughout my 4 years of med school. I ate super keto, super clean. I didn't really snack much. I know it's probably not what people want to hear because it's like an unrealistic tip, but I'm just sharing what I did. I ate really clean when I was in med school, and I exercised twice a day. And my mind was like sharp, it was clear, it was focused. Is it not realistic? Probably not realistic. Did it get the job done? It did. So if you want to know what I did, that's what I did. I would love to preach, a balanced lifestyle. But like I didn't do that. That's not my life philosophy. That's not how I viewed that era in my life. I saw it as like a disciplined era. I've made it to med school. It is a privilege to be here. I almost didn't make it to med school, to be honest. I would never ruin this opportunity by being sloppy, not eating well, not studying well, not working hard. I just never saw the point in that. So for me, I was always really disciplined, and I just felt so glad and so privileged to be there. I was like, I get to study this. So because of that, I always ate clean and I always exercised. Okay, so coming in at number 5, record your progress, use a journal. I'm obsessed with recording my progresses. So I have this journal. I have a thick stack of journals that I record everything that I do. I record my YouTube videos. I record progress in my job, progress in like my money, everything. I record everything because then that kind of takes away the guessing game of like, have I come far? Like, have I accomplished what I needed to? But when you go back and you see your progress, okay. And it also gives you a realistic picture of how long things take. Sometimes we get frustrated like, oh, it's taking forever. Yeah, but like it does take forever. And there's really only so much you can do in the day to day. Like Rome wasn't built in a day. And that kind of helps reframe the feeling of like wanting to give up. It reframes progress. You're like, okay, this is going to take a while. We can be realistic about what we can expect in a month, in 2 months, in a quarter. Okay, coming in at number 6, I really would recommend glamorizing the process. So download some of those like inspiration pics of like pretty girls studying at the library. There's really no other way to get through the grind unless you glamorize it. So for me, obviously I've always dreamt of going to med school. So for me, I was on cloud 9 the entire time in med school. I was so happy to be there because for me, going to med school was like my life's goal, my life's dream. Here are my hands on my pretty Cobras. My phone died again. That will definitely help motivate you when you feel bored, when you feel like you don't want to do this anymore, when you feel like I just want to go to the mall, I just want to go to the theaters, I just want to scroll on my phone, I don't want to study anymore. When you see those pictures of discipline, you'll be like, wait, no, I want to be that girl. That is me. I am her. I need to keep going because let's be for real, if you've actually ever studied really hard, there comes a point where you become tired. So there's nothing wrong with taking a break, but when you need to get back on the grind, glamorize it. Think of it not like I have to study, but I get to study. Coming in at number 7, who am I trying to become? So this could be like, are you working towards becoming like an idol? Are you working towards just being a better version of you? So try to embody who you want to be first and then act towards it. It's really difficult to do it in reverse. It's really hard to feel like inspired to become somebody if you don't even feel like you're that person first. So the easiest way to become that person is to embody it first. Do like those mental mantras. That's something that I did. I tried to include like mental mantras of who I wanted to become, who I wanted to be, and I tried to behave like them, and then my behavior became more like them because inside my mind I felt like that's me, and I didn't suffer from imposter syndrome because it's like, no, that's who I truly feel like on the inside. Yeah, it's a little delulu in the beginning, but I really do think that it is really useful. It's really hard to embody something if you don't even believe that that's you in the first place. Coming in at number 8, so if you're a student, no shopping during this time. Don't waste a lot of time at the mall. I know it's really easy, especially if you are young, you want to spend time with your friends. And okay, fine. I did spend time with my friends at the mall. I would go to the mall, and you guys could see that in my China vlogs. But I think first and foremost, we put a lot of emphasis, like me and my friends, we put a lot of emphasis on studying really hard. We would work out together. That's something that we also did to socialize instead of always spending time at the mall. We would chill together, but we would do more productive things like working out, or I would just work out on my own. Like I didn't wait for them to always work out with me. I also studied, and I studied alone. Like if I could study with them, fantastic. But if I had to study by myself, I studied by myself. It's like not that big of a deal. And I went to work. There's some periods of time where me and my friends worked at the same place, so that was nice. But there were plenty of times where I worked by myself. So I would finish class, go to work, and I did my best to not spend as much time at the mall. Like I know it's inevitable. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like never go to the mall, but I did try my best to lower or reduce the amount of time that I was at the mall because I was like, it's really not doing me any favors. I really need to go work out. I really need to study. I really need to go to work. All right, and the very last tip, number 9, try to be happy in the journey. This is advice that I got from monks. Enjoy the journey of becoming. That's the reward. The journey is the reward. And I didn't really understand that when I was going through it at the time. When I was in med school, I used to push myself by motivating myself that like when I finally became, so-and-so, when I was in my 30s, things were going to be great. Like this whole grind was going to pay off. The grind was the most beautiful part. Like I think back on these memories and I think of these memories fondly and I feel really happy that they happened in the first place. So I think my last little tip that I could give is like enjoy the process. It's not forever. You're not going to be young forever. You're not going to be a student forever. So might as well enjoy the grind. I know that it can seem like not fun because it does involve a lot of discipline, but trust, you're going to look back on this time with fond memories. So I think the most important thing is to really enjoy the process, be really happy with where you are because it's a very special time in your life. You don't get to be a student forever, so enjoy the process. So I really do hope that these little daily things, these little daily routines could have helped, and best of luck to my subscriber. I don't know if I can call you by name. Hi, Haley. Best of luck in your studies. I know you got this. Don't put too much on your plate. Try your best to just kind of prioritize what's really important. If working out is the most important thing, do that. If studying right now for a test is more important, do that. Like, working out can wait. And yeah, just enjoy it and do your best to be productive. And that alone is half the game, is just feeling motivated and disciplined to do what you need to do. So I hope that this could have been a helpful video. Thank you to my little Cobra babies for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.